Let's have a look at painting some more waves. So I've got a number 6 brush here, and I'm just going to start off again with some Prussian to get my horizon in, so to speak. I'm just making slight different pressure on the brush to get some of those distant waves in, distant breakers, getting a bit bigger as they come towards us. I'm not going to use any gouache or anything like that. I'm going to let the white of the paper, the relative whiteness of the paper, work for me on that. Okay. And I'm coming in now to get my first wave, and I'm making the shape, and it's going to crest there, keeping everything nice and wet and fluid. We can add more colour as we go along. I'm going to add a bit of a slight greeny tinge here. That's a bit of turquoise and yellow I've added in there, keeping it wet. Some of the ultramarine, the Prussian. And this is where the wave is breaking more so. Similar to the last demonstration, I just want to do another one, just so that you can have a look and see how it goes. Okay. Right, I'm going back up there to put some more colour on. It's drying rather quickly today. It's very hot here today. We can go back at leisure and do a bit more on that, so not to worry so far. Okay, so we've got the basic sort of feeling. I'm going in now with some darker colour while it's still wet to get that depth of water. And I want to also work with the watermarks, what the paint does itself, and the texture of the paper. So, excuse me, this is not going to be a photographic type painting of a wave. It's going to be a more fluid one. Let's bring that forward there. Okay, now I'm going to just go back up to the sea in the distance, and I'm going to be a bit more precise at the moment because I want to get more colour in. I think I'd made my wash a little too thin to begin with. It happens. And remember, a lot of your painting, and me and the tutors, you know, we're all still, we're learning and discovering quite often. You pick up new ideas, new techniques, and that's what you want to do as well. Just have an open mind and keep playing with your paints. And enjoy the process. What I'm always saying to people, enjoy the doing. It's not the outcome sometimes that's the most important thing. Just getting a bit more Prussian there. And I think it's also important to remember, my creative chums, that just doing these little exercises, it's not actually a finished painting. It helps you a lot in learning and also your techniques. Let's put that a bit denser there because it's miles away. And you don't have to do things quickly. I mean, often my little demos are not very long because I don't want to make it too tedious for you. Right, just get a bit of movement there. I'm going back to this lovely sort of sea greeny colour. Just add a bit more. It's a turquoise and a lemon. Gorgeous colour. And just pushing it about a little bit, manipulating it, and also taking a bit out to give us a bit of texture. And you can manipulate your colour as well. Just taking a bit more Prussian to go up there. Let that bleed in. I'm just enjoying playing with the colours actually. Okay. Let's get a bit of shape. So it's a question of letting the paper do the white bits for you. And also the paper texture, and now a sort of a dry brush technique, not adding more moisture, just pulling out what's there. So that's rather nice down there. Let's go back and get a bit more of the darker blue. And I'm going to take a chisel dry brush. Let's see what that does. Experiment, play. Now, a bit of wet, just to soften off the exactness of that. I'm also going to go back up there with some more Prussian. That's a big scary wave. think it's rather nice to do this in an experimental sort of way, and then you can discover things and take what you like from your learning. And now I'm just going to put a little bit of the Prussian, but thin down. And just tap bits off so you get some texture. Right, I'm going to let that dry off and come back to it and have another look at it in a few minutes.